Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the cage you keep me in, but the walls keep closing.
Well, folks, after a very stunning veto, we're going to get to see how this plays out in the server. And I know, Alan, you're excited for this.
That's one word for it. God. How did we end up here? I'm just hoping the game is as exciting as the veto because we have set a very high bar.
We'll see. I don't imagine it can be, but I'm excited. Fesser, the new guy, going to get himself 1 second as well as they try and mini drop on him. And Fesser is very up to the task. Bomb's made its way down secret, so lower now under threat, but with 5-on-3 situation, Endpoint can presumably reinforce this bomb site. Forced to try a little bit of focus, but indeed the rotation from ramp is going to come through, and now the bomb's going to be under contest. Deco has to keep his teammates safe, and really they need a kill for it. Did they realize? They've left him out to dry, but the bomb plant does come in for Travis at least. Deco not giving his teammate a whole lot of support. Stick's gonna come in. They're just gonna defuse. This round's over. But hey, at least 1 more kill for Deco gives him a teensy bit of money on the tail end here.
Plant's not the end of the world. Faisal just absolutely destroyed them. And there wasn't a lot that could be done. And maybe Endpoint could have been lower a little bit faster, but it was all fine. They're playing together. And, well, we need to construct a world, Mike, where Endpoint, the redemption arc, if now they win Nuke, then it's essentially a permaban now that they're playing Anubis. If they win Nuke, what needs to happen? And surely winning both pistols is in that requirement.
Slower around here. 30 seconds of blood off the clock to begin. And this round's going to be a major risk, I would say. Faster's making his way up secret. This could be spicy. Is anyone watching for it? They are indeed. Travis prepared for this fight. Oh, lots of bodies here. Faster's all about the timing. He's got 1. Not the second, but there's the trade. So again, the initial fight, led by Faster, favors Endpoint. First, it looks like he wants to make an individual play here in towards the hut. And actually, they're coming back up top, so it's not going to be individual. They're going to leave him in position, maybe try and go for the heaven wrap. Oh, Forrest just walked out, and Surreal was not watching for it. The numbers have swung back. And Mighty Max looks like he wants to take the initiative here outside of Mini. Things
He has no idea they've wrapped either. Already into heaven, no. Bomb is there. Deco's got a smoke for this after plant. And Endpoint are going to get a hell of a shock when they hear this bomb dropping onto the A-bomb site.
They look like they're even posturing to think about lower with the player down vent. I mean, this is a tough spot. Boomich, you're looking at a guy in Mini. Also, Mighty Max isn't turning. What just happened, Alan? All good. All good for 1 win. Bomb's going down. MHL will save. We're not going to talk about that one. Well, we are. It's our job. Alan, what just happened?
Put it in the veto pile of who knows what's up today. I guess, I mean, there's all the stuff about, you know, human eye, hard to spot things that aren't moving, I guess, maybe, but that was clear as day.
There's a pretty big contrast
that was clear
between
as
the
day.
CT player model and the very bright shutter of Nuke.
He had to be looking at his mini-map or something.
While he's swinging out.
You off me an explanation.
I mean, look, I'm more surprised that after that many seconds of them having swung, Mighty Max hearing the flash does not turn left. Man's Zoolandering it. But either way, doesn't matter. All good. It was all in the plan. Boomich was just calling him out to his teammates to get the kill. He was just being a good teammate, trying to make sure everyone else got the statistics, and he was clearing different angles. That's what I'm going to say. What I am going to say as well, Alan, is that this game is already promising some entertainment.
Yes. Yes. I mean, the veto's got us, you know, good 10 minutes of laughing. So if we carry on at this rate, it's looking good. Surreal, first up. 5-7, traded. Stuck behind the bomb site. Mighty Max is in a world of trouble. He's so surrounded. There's a smoke, fortunately, to the left side of the silo. But he needs a little bit of help. Travis finds the kill, and now it's not looking good at all for Endpoint.
There's enough value here as well. Okay, HeavyGoD getting that kill pulls them back in. I was going to say there's enough value that you could just save in a 3-on-4, but now we've got a round on our hands. They know there's a player back in lobby, and HeavyGoD has given them so much space. It's bought time. The smokes are going to fade. This bomb needs to go down in the meantime. Well, players worked his way into heaven. MHL could make this spicy, preemptively smoke, so they know someone's coming from this way. They got a bit of info. At the very least, that bomb's planted. Things are better now for one win, but these players are low enough. The pistols aren't really going to be the difference maker. Body shots with the Deegs will take out 2 players, no problem. It's the re-smoke up with the Nightmare. They don't have the utility to get back through this. They've just lost their player Heaven. And with that, yeah, it's a pretty tough ask of Endpoint.
We can take some guns away. Time is obviously burnt too far. And I guess it's a nice kill from HeavyGoD. A couple more would be nice, but not to be. And really, those repeat smokes onto main was what made the round look so comfortable in the end. I think maybe they got one off Max's body because it felt like there were too many smokes there for how many one win actually brought onto the side. But yeah, panned out very well for them.
Okay, 5 into ramp. Let's get it interesting with the USPs. One win chilling, at least for the moment. Gives us a bit of time to talk about this one. So, Nuke hasn't been a great map for Endpoint, right?
No.
We know that. How long has it not been a great map for Endpoint, Alan?
Forever.
Yeah.
And even if you go further back, players like Max and Surreal, to my knowledge, never really played Nuke at all on any of their teams. So we're talking, well, certainly in Surreal's case, probably 10 years of not enjoying Nuke.
Oh,
and multiple attempts to integrate it into the map pool whilst I was coaching. I mean, we were pretty bad on it, but it was never meant to be a good map for us, which is not permaban level. And they tried again when Anubis came out to bring it into the map pool, and it didn't work. And they literally went into playing Anubis out of nowhere because Nuke wasn't working.
Fight outside. A little bit of a stringy one here. Maybe some risk to some of these rifles. But, well, if you just win every duel, it's not going to matter. MHL gets a little bit of interest. Will at least drop a gun that can't be retrieved, but it's a minor expense for a team that's doing just fine early on here.
This is looking really good for one win. Second round reset's better than winning pistol. Look at the buy from Endpoint. No kit. Nades aren't perfect. No AWP on MHL, which we feel like should be the biggest weapon on this sort of map. And safe to say, Mike, I don't think they have a lot of a... You can't imagine there's much of a game plan here for Endpoint, considering they were not planning whatsoever to be playing on Nuke in the first place.
Forrester burning. Forrester dead. Audio queued that one a lot. Full blind, caught the flash. I mean, this is, well, it was looking interesting for a moment for Endpoint, but losing the mini player means that this is probably toast-erino. HeavyGoD and MHL thinking about where they can save these guns. Bomb's even moving towards lower because one win's not taking any chances. Or they're just looking for fights? Let's see.
I think they knew one player release was upper, so take it to the lesser defended area. I don't think they needed to drop, but it's not going to change the round. I guess maybe it gives windows for, you know, if HeavyGoD gets down secret, or if MHL maybe comes down the vent or starts flanking ramp. Maybe there's more chance actually for these guys to, you know, take some guns away at least.
I just don't even think they want to. They're trying to save. And yeah, I mean, it is just going to be a nice, long, prolonged save. We'll see if one win can hunt any of these down. Certainly, I mean, the MAC-10 in Boomich's hands, at least, is going to be very eager to bring it on through. So, I don't know if you saw, but Boomich, at least during his time off, at one point explored, I think, a rap career. I think he's dropping some beats in freeze time for them.
Could well be. Might as well. I mean, there's nothing else happening at the moment, so drop a tune. Not afraid, maybe. Not afraid of Endpoint on Nuke.
They don't seem to be. I mean, we know he's got the vocal talent, dating back to that what was it, the Windstrike Christmas album? I think it was that team.
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, we also had Simple's singing career as well. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, you know, a lot of multi-talented folks out there.
Yeah, it comes out of the region apparently. We could learn a bit. Maybe that's the secret. It's a good Counter Strike.
I can't hold a tune. My professional career was always limited by that fact. Now we're gonna go pro in CS with my sense of pitch. Fesser! Forrester burns alive. Forrester having a little bit of an awkward time with that squeaky door so far. Very eager to get into the fights, at times to his detriment. He just, I don't even think there was a bullet fired. He just burned, Alan.
There was a smoke on it. I wonder if it bugged. And the smoke didn't put it out.
Then, you move, presumably. Boomich, looking the wrong way. Boomich, timing, going against them. 1 win. Backs against the wall here, but they've got this control lower. If they kill Fesser, there's a chance for a bomb plant without too much resistance, but that's a big if. They have to kill Fesser, and he's backing away. He's giving the ground. This lower fight is going to be everything. Made their way over towards Decon. I don't actually know if Fesser got this information. Presumably not, because no one else has rotated. So when the door opens, it's going to be a very interesting read from Endpoint. How quickly can they respond? Very quickly if Fesser gets this, and he does indeed. Isolated player on the site. Travis still up top. Nickelback's trying to plant, but he doesn't feel comfortable. Knows that the double bore swing could come through. It won't. It baits him off this plant, and he's been deleted. This round gone completely by the wayside, and for Travis, he needs to do some sort of economic damage just to make this sting a little bit for Endpoint, at least. Fesser is low. That's a kill. One more would be nice, but it's a tough ask in 15 seconds. He's not really got the health for a prolonged exchange. Just gonna let this one slip by the wayside. Does Mighty Max drop on him? Doesn't really matter if he gets clocked, but it would be nice. You know, a limp away with the AK at least. What a bizarre non-starter of a round for 1 win.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't on board with Forrester, but obviously cascades from there. There was actually a chance in that 3v5. Fezzor is taken so low, Endpoint just left Fezzor alone in control. If he dies, open B bomb site, player on the lurk on A, there's definitely a world that could have turned around, but clearly didn't transpire. And Endpoint get a much needed, clean affair. Still no AWP retrieve though. 5 rifle across the board, but at least there's kits. At least the nadage is good this time. And they can't miss a beat. They need to continue rounds. That's the perfect sort of round for Endpoint. It's just clean entry, make it hard for 1 win to play their own game.
It does help when they stand in the Molotovs.
That does help.
The cleanest of entry you can get. Players coming out the hut. Mighty Max under pressure. He's blinded up. Surreal's been lost up top. It's looking rough out here. 2 site players gone. Talk about clean entries. That one looks pretty dang good for 1 win. Fesser will get a gimme back through the smoke, so that's nice. Finds Travis. But this bomb's going down, and the money is still rough despite the gift of the last round. It's going to ask some serious questions about what Endpoint is willing to do here vis-a-vis the retake. There's Boomich. He's the only one potentially vulnerable to that HE, and well, with his position here towards the vent, it shouldn't be attainable. So it seems like Endpoint are going to give up on this one. Forrester might die to the bomb now. But there's enough money here that I don't think they're too concerned about 1 or 2 rifles being dropped. And 1 win, get back to their winning ways.
Not filling us with confidence so far as this CT half.
No.
That A-hold crumbled unbelievably quickly. I don't know if they were caught with nades out or you know, the timing's just a little bit awkward, but Max Surreal could never get a good fight as those players were coming out, and it was just a torrent. And Endpoint immediately have to just pull the ripcord when they see the resmoke on main. There's no way back into that bomb site. Ooh, it's looking a little bit nerve-wracking. It's not looking good so far. And 1 win, granted, a couple rounds ago wasn't the best opening with Forrester, but apart from that, it's been pretty flawless.
I mean, so let's see where this fight's gonna go towards ramp. It's all on HeavyGoD. Boomich gets down secret with the damage on. That's a ripper of a shot from Travis. HeavyGoD trying to take the initiative there. Don't mind the fight, but now that they've lost it, it's disaster. Mighty Max goes down up top too. There's free real estate. They can go wherever they want. That's a nice find for Faster, but his position now known. Nickelback on top as well means that Faster could be under serious threat. He can't leave this spot. He's still got to fight towards ramp, and so he'll take it. That's well done. The drop down brings it back, takes out the one strong piece right now for Endpoint in the round, as Faster's really felt like the only one who can have much impact. Surreal hits a timing. There we go, but immediately deleted. Great shot. MHL's left clutch very much out of position here, coming out of secret. Still, his position was never known at any point in this round. So there's a chance. There's a world. It's certainly one he has to take.
Kit CT vent. He'll have to collect that on the way. He has a smoke, but I don't know how you use it on this side. I guess you save it for the bomb. And look at these guys. They're not presenting fights whatsoever. They're just going to play together.
I know. Bet you Boomich swings. Yeah, he's swinging. He's swinging. He wants it. MHL trying to think about how he even shrinks these gaps. They don't mind the play, but he's running out of time. He's running out of clock, and he knows it. One last kill, but this one's no longer winnable. And it's going to be a 6th on the board for one win. Boomich even looking to take this one rifle away. And Boomich, we got to get that vision checked out, my guy.
Yeah. It's only after a certain distance as well, isn't it? As if it's close enough, it's all good, but... Over about 20 meters. He wouldn't be a good airline pilot. Put it that way.
Got some concerns here, Boomich.
You're missing the runway and all sorts.
Still, I mean, whatever happens, right? One rifle making it through is certainly going to be a boon for Endpoint, but it's far from a catastrophe over for the one-win side. They've shown they can bully pretty much any setup.
As well. T-side nuke. And I guess with the potentially with the ancient changes, it might be back to being the most CT dominant map at this point.
I think Overpass right now leans that way. Statistically, I think Overpass is the most CT sided map in the pool. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Nuke is up there. Can agree on that.
Nuke is up there, yeah.
Credit to Fezor, I think. Yeah, Fezor did have a good round last round. He just didn't have the pieces to work around him, did he? He just immediately losing Max from Garage, and of course HeavyGoD losing out as his players came through the ramp smoke. It's feeling like they're always playing from a disadvantage at the moment.
Well, here's the fundamental problem I'm seeing with the CT side. You're playing typically 2 in towards A. Faster's here sometimes, but he's rotating. He's moving around trying to get impact. And if you play 2 on A, and there's Surreal and Mighty Max, who are not having a great go of things right now. I mean, one win in the rounds, I think they're trying a bunch of different things, but in the rounds where they've just hit A, they've pretty much gotten it every single time. Nice kills from HeavyGoD. This time he holds in ramp, but again, you lose Surreal in the hut. And A is under threat. Faster has to win this fight, and he will indeed do so. He's been great. And now, in just a 2v4, one left in a tough spot. They put Forrester down the vent. He's not the player with the bomb, but this does ask some questions. It sections off these 2 Ts, and they've only got 20 seconds to operate here. So really, Deco has to get down, and, well, I just lost Forrester. What does Deco even do? Maybe just a save. Still wants a fight, but he's fine. And yeah, I mean, he's going to have to back away.
Getting chased. Oh, just up. Fezor on the run. I don't think Fezor's going to get an angle. And he doesn't. Okay, then. HeavyGoD with the off angle just wins the duels. Their spacing wasn't good enough. They weren't ready to clear that side. And too little too late. There just wasn't the numbers for one win. So, I guess that's good. Feels a little bit better, and I think you called it, Mike. Avoid A. If you avoid A as one win, your life is a lot harder.
Yeah. If you just hit A, life's good. Bully that site. Again, it's going to be the Mighty Max Surreal setup. It's a double push from Faster and MHL in towards Trophy. It's actually HeavyGoD and MHL, rather. It's getting spicy. Faster finds the contact outside. They're going to try and fight this. But HeavyGoD's gained all this space. The big question is just, does Forrester catch them here? because they've got this positioning in the lobby. MHL's posted up.
What?
What? That's a ripper of a shot. MHL erased.
Oh,
Poor
no.
guy.
And look what
Has
that's
the read,
done
has
to
the
the
post, has the
rotates as
spot.
well. Look what it's done. It's pulled all of Endpoint upper. Bomb is now getting planted. They seeded all of this B bomb site. Oh, my lord. What a kill.
HeavyGoD and Surreal need to get something going here from the ramp. That opens up the possibility of Fester peeking out from Decon. It's all about this push. It cannot just melt on first contact. Mighty Max out. Mighty Max and Surreal, the dynamic duo. A trade there. Again, that distracts enough for Fester to now get through. And into the 3-on-2. Where is HeavyGoD? He's still wary of a lobby flank. That's not coming. So now they'll bring the forces to bear. Deco gets himself one. Not with Decon. Ah, that's a problem. HeavyGoD alone, out of time, out of chance, out of opportunity. Just gonna try and get one more kill, but he's already lost it to the clock, and he'll lose it to the off as well. Deco live?
I can't believe Forrester got won that duel. I can't believe it. He's peeking in AWP.
Yep.
And I can't even put a percentage on that. 5% chance of winning that, maybe less. Unbelievable. And I mean, if he dies, it's practically round over for one win. 5v3 for Endpoint. They can't see anything in lobby. And all they have to do is not get called out by lower, and it would have been a breeze.
Alright, Real under threat. Boomage. Doing some creative movement happening. Mighty Max. Able to get some damage done here, and it's a massacre. Just down the Trav. We're still going to ask some questions here. But it's Faster and HeavyGoD, two of the heavy hitters for this team, still up. And this time, at least, the upper hit has not gone to plan. Trav's going to get the bomb plant out of it. He knows the players drop down towards the vent. He knows that that's coming his way. Drops the door, but HeavyGoD, he wasn't expecting him to be that quick on the rotation. So, around for Endpoint. They're clawing a few of these back. They're at least making a game of it here. And it'll be a fourth on the board.
Deco HE'd his teammate in the middle of that. Didn't quite catch how it happened. But that's not ideal. But has to be said, at least versus the other rounds we've seen, that was by a long shot the best hold from Max and Surreal.
Yeah.
They only get one apiece, but at least they bought time. The rotates were there. It wasn't, you know, an absolute bulldoze of an execute like we've seen in the last few. So maybe had a little bit of a talk because that looked more on the same page.
Mighty Max has an XM. Here we go. Here's the round. Take it over, Mighty Max. Get her done. Clacking alligator. Forcer's down vent. He's just got a 5-7. Or sorry, Tech 9. You know, the one that's on the other side. But it's all going to be about HeavyGoD here. Ramp played this angle before. Played it again. Great effect there from HeavyGoD. 3 drop bomb control round should be, frankly, over. Forrester and Boomich can get any sort of damage out of these pistols. That would be great. But that one's not going to happen. So Forrester with 14 HP and a Tech 9. How's he going to pull this one off, Alan? Paint
Almost
me
a
word
hindrance being down the vent now.
Mm.
How do you even... I think Fezzer was aware. Look at him. He's kind of clearing. Zai's trained on top secret. He's behind Unbreakable. And time isn't with Forrester, so... Good round for Endpoint. It's almost quite stunning that they actually broke the one-win money because it was looking so good a few rounds ago. So they've actually done a lot of work, Endpoint, to get it into a position now where one-win are having to make some tough choices about whether they buy into these rounds or not.
And so they will. Galil's galore. 2 of them, actually. But what do we have in terms of the util? Lots of smokes, only 1 molly, so an upper execute's not going to be great if they're going for it. A lot of that util's already been spent, including the Molotov. Really don't want to hit up top. It's the wall smoke instead. This is a look that we haven't really seen from one win yet. And MHL collects the lobby lurk early. That bomb's got to cross while these nades are still up because they don't really have a second option. They don't want to do it, though. Nickelback's taking the bomb into a mini fight. This is interesting.
Ooh.
And MHL, he's going to collect early. That drops the bomb in the open. They don't have smokes to recover it. This is a really tough spot.
Max is holding lower right now. Auto shotty in hand.
Get it. Get it with the XM. Come on, Boomich. That's the shotgun. Oh!
You could feel that one. You could absolutely feel it.
So I came across a product the other day. I'm going to assume that this round is over until Deco proves otherwise. I came across a product the other day I'd never seen before. It's called the butt kicker. And what it is, it's a device you attach to a gaming chair that then reacts to things that happen in-game to shake your gaming chair.
Right.
Intended for sim racers, mostly.
Oh, I see. Yes, I think I understand now.
The feel of driving the car, right?
But wait, is it actually called a butt kicker? Because that sounds more like
the butt kicker.
Interesting. Because that makes it sound more like, if you're playing CS and you just have an awful round, you maybe get a team kill, get a massive kick out the backside.
It is called the Butt Kicker Gamer Plus.
That is good.
From Butt Kicker Gaming.
I'm sure somebody's pulled Rule 34 on that one.
Can we get that tied to CS? You've seen those videos, the video the guy had of like actual recoil on your mouse, and then there was the one of recoil on the monitor or desk or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, I have the whole setup.
Yeah,
whole sim rig.
I think we should get a butt kicker, and someone should program it to react to getting shot and or shooting.
That would be good.
If you get naded, you just get launched out of your chair.
Oh my god, the nades. Nade strike on Fezzle. Doesn't come to fruition, but we like the idea. And yeah, I feel like what we need is, the aircraft simulators on the hydraulics, and they fly all around. That's what we need.
Yeah.
A full immersive experience.
We could get like the arcadey guns, play CS with one of those.
Yeah, I need smoke machines for when nades and mollies are going off. I need actual carbon dioxide to fill up the room so you can't breathe when you're in random molly as well.
That's definitely going to help.
And flashbangs. Flashbangs, no doubt. It's just real, whole thing lights up. You can't see anything.
You just actually burn your retina out.
Yeah.
A little bit of ramp control here, but well under control. MHL coming in at a vital time. Keep HeavyGoD healthy. This is looking a lot better for Endpoint. They've settled into it as time's gone on. And really, the young guns have really stepped up here on Professor, going ham. HeavyGoD so solid in that ramp control. And MHL starting to very much feel it on the op. That has lit the way here for Endpoint. And
I'm
got
not
a chance
sure.
Actually taking advantage out of the half.
I'm not sure. Yeah, they haven't played it since the 18th of March. This is with no inside information, but I'd say there's probably above a 50% chance that Fezzle, in scrims included, has never played with Endpoint on Nuke. Maybe higher. They might not be practicing it whatsoever at the moment. In fact, it probably is higher. I'd put it at 75%.
Wild. That nade's well timed. That kill's better, but the airstrike on a Surreal trades it out still. I don't know that that's a bad exchange for Endpoint, right? You take out the first piece. You take out Forrester. One win are under pressure here in this final round.
Double AWP on HeavyGoD. First time that's come out. I don't think they'll be expecting a secondary AWP on ramp if they go choose to test it. And here they come. So HeavyGoD, a great chance to punish.
Oh, he splits the difference between the two players. Shot goes through the middle, and Deck goes, it's on point. My goodness, playing towards lower now. Faster in position. MHL's taking one up top, but faster down for nothing means that this is such a tough retake. MHL will swap to the rifle to try and make it happen, but the bomb is planted. It's ticking away. Kits are available. Lots of util here. So lots of options. Angles Travis on the shot. MHL good for it. And he even reads the second player coming through. MHL lights out right now. Just trying to take 90 max through this round. It's all on a Nickelback. The new leader. He's got to be the star fragger in this one. First one found. But it's MHL who's the tough test. Nickelback trying to buy time, trying to buy clock. The flashbang's good, but the shots are not. Time enough for the defuse? Yes, there is. MHL, a ripper of a 4K to send us to the half.
don't let me drown. Please don't let me drown. Whoa. Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the cage you keep me in, but the walls keep closing in, and I don't wanna die, but your poison feels so right. Why do I want you when you're bad for me? My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. I'm drowning with all of this darkness surrounding. You need me like you need air to breathe. You want me to save you from me. I know that you're trapped inside this wave. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna save you from me? I can't see you drown. 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 Whoa. Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the cage you keep me in, but the walls keep closing in, and I don't wanna die, but your poison feels so right. Why do I want you when you're bad for me? My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. It's a toxic addiction. You're a guilty affliction. Yeah.
And we're back in here, folks. 8-7 reads the scoreline. Endpoint, after looking absolutely out of their depth for much of that first half, find their form towards the end, and now have a lead head into the second. I mean, we didn't expect this, Alan.
Certainly not. It already feels like a bit of a result, given what we anticipated. Fast main wrap on the flashes. So 4 players towards hell for 1 win. There's so much resistance here for Endpoint.
That there is. Deco, deleted. But still an advantage for 1 win, and that was the trap they were trying to lure them into. It's just crossfires all over the place. Pistol round goes their way. So, no dice for Endpoint on that one. But this way, Alan, they can't get reset. No bomb plant down.
That is
will
true.
They do resetting?
400 IQ. And, well, they couldn't... If you want to go with that narrative, they couldn't have ran a worse pistol round into the way 1 win were playing to try and wrap into hell and ramp at the same time. And there's 4 players in attendance. I think it's worth saying, for the viewers that weren't here for the pre-game segment, I'll tell you what happened. Endpoint's permaban currently is Nuke. It was Anubis, but Nuke was so poor for them, they had to change it. They had to start playing Anubis, so they've banned Nuke, I think, now for almost a month and a half. Coming into the veto, Regin's small child smashes the keyboard, bans Endpoint's map pick, intended map pick of Inferno, and leaves Nuke open. So that's why we're here, and that's why Inferno is not Endpoint's pick in this series.
I did like that little peek from Boomich. Didn't find anything, but he jumps onto the door at Squeaky, stands on the door, and spams the angle. Boomich collects 1, spots the bomb getting down secret. Actually, it doesn't succeed in getting down. That's a bit of a problem for Endpoint. Player coming in towards garage. They're going to try and fight together, and indeed, they do a good job of it. And that is clean as you like. Come through for 1 win. But now we get to get on the guns for Endpoint. And I do want to give some flowers on the Endpoint side, particularly to Fesser. I mean, the young guns, right? The newer additions of Fesser, MHL, and HeavyGoD were really the key pieces in that first half. And Fesser in particular, he was playing all over the place, playing in towards mini, going down secret, playing the lower site, playing retakes, and playing so dang well. Without Fesser, they don't even get close to this result early on.
Being a nuisance is what he was. And that's how you win this sort of matchup. If you play standard Counter-Strike, Endpoint are going to lose this every day of the week. But Fezor was making them uncomfortable, kept pushing, kept finding different angles. And, I mean, it's still going to be difficult from here. They're on the weaker side, but at least there's a chance now, and Fezor has gifted them that.
Mitch? Oh, that nade's gonna be chunky. Pull the trigger. Pull the pin. It's alright. Yeah, oh, it's good. Right on the MHL. There we go. There's the damage I was looking for. Not a blue nade. It's a buster of a nade. And now boom, Mitch. Very much left on his lonesome. Trav hasn't rotated into support, but with utility coming through, you'd imagine that ramp player is going to drop at some point. I mean, you could even shift Nickel back into playing ramp if you want, but he needs to get on his horse and ride if they're going to do it. I don't love this patience from 1-1. Which with just an MP9, it's not really who you want to leave as the full site defense. You can tell he's nervous. He's uncomfortable about this, and he's dead. Nickelback takes one outside, but I guess they're just going to be content to play retake. Bomb hasn't committed yet because I think Endpoint largely can't believe how vacant this site is. And Travis will start to come in to try and clear the angles, but with the player already in control, this is a tough fight for him. He's committed in. He's not playing the fallback angle. He's going to be ahead of this util, but... Oh, it's good. Now he's got support. Now he's got another player. Drops into the rat hole. Endpoint have missed their window for the safe bomb plant, and HeavyGoD baited them into rotating up. There's no time to spare. Deco's got to win this round already. No time to get this dub. MHL just going to try and save.
Oh, that was a real chance there for Endpoint. I think they smoked from the CT's retaking the left side of ramp, and Nickelback just runs to the other, starts peeking, and they actually established a crossfire when the player, I think it was Travis, should have been absolutely surrounded. Yeah, they just didn't know how good they got it once they killed Boomage. They could have sprinted right on the site and planted, and it honestly, one win might have saved after that kill. So I don't know. This is the matchup where Endpoint have to win every single one of those rounds. They have to win all of the 50-50s.
Flashes outside. Endpoint with some deep smokes, but there's still going to be sightlines here. Deco gives it up. That's interesting. Mighty Max. Goner. Bomb dropped. Needs some support, but he's got it. Deco still here to... Deco's really not facing on this. This is hanging Nickelback out to dry to a certain degree. And yeah, it's going to result in Fester getting a lot of space. Everyone's giving up those fights. Travis will make up for it. And that bomb's still down outside, so as smokes fade, it's a very tough fight for these remaining 3 players to take.
Has anybody got eyes on Surreal? Because he's all the way through ramp. Deco's checking it, but Deco's juggling outer at the same time.
Deco's got it. There was a moment. There were a couple moments in this where things could have gotten spicy, but now it's just HeavyGoD with the Deeg, and they'll have the rifle, but he's got so many targets to find, it's not happening.
It was just a half buy, but all damage is massive damage for Endpoint, and it's getting scary now because one win have that reserve. They can lose a round and still fully invest. And I'm really not too sure what to expect from this T side. I don't know how Fezzel's going to slot into this. Presumably he'll be the point man on outer, but let's wait and see. I really don't know what sort of playbook Endpoint's going to have to display for us.
HeavyGoD. Damaged up, and Gonzo. Utility and spray, just too much. Trying to get an early fight here towards Squeak, and instead now Forrester has the lobby.
No way.
Oh, he's going on the roof. Oh, he's going on the roof. Oh, Allen. There's no way they expect him up. He just lost a player. He's got one, and they are in such a tough spot. How do you deal with this? They're going to have to spend so much time just trying to kill Forrester here so that they can even play this round. And in the oh, he just saw one. He just saw one. Surreal, I believe, saw him as well. So it's a bit of a standoff, if you will. But Surreal's just trying to slink this bomb away if he can. And that's even a question. So now, with Forrester in the back lines, they can't go back. They've burned the ships. They've crossed the Rubicon. And instead, they find themselves face to face with Trav down secret. Smoke's going to go up here. They're trying to wrap mini. They've got this space a little bit outside. But if they give too much away, you're going to get the secret player peeking up, and they're going to be pinched. I'm surprised Trav is even falling back. They don't have the info right now. One winner so careful not to give up this advantage. And it means that Mighty Max has worked his way into heaven. This could get a little interesting now. What do you make of it?
A lot of these A players to be aware. I mean, Nickelback is looking this way, but he's not actually first contact. Nickelback has to find frags. If he goes down quickly, Boomich is in trouble. There's nobody nearby to swing. It does feel like a bit of an opening when they had so many players that had information, and now it's not looking good at all. That was the duel. Max had to kill Nickelback. And it doesn't transpire. MHL is in an impossible position. Just dying here, honestly, could be the best route forwards.
He'll do that.
Oh, that was just before time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think half a second, maybe?
Yeah.
Whew. It has not looked good for Endpoint since the half switch. They are constantly on the back foot. They don't seem to I mean, we know this isn't their map. We know they don't play this map. They don't have strats on this map, right? On the CT side, you can maybe rely on the individuals a little bit more, just kind of do things. But you gotta have a plan when you're attacking. And they haven't had one. It's been one wins plan through and through. And I mean, they figured it out a bit as we went on in the first half. Do you think there's any chance they do the same here?
Not if Forrester plays like that again. I mean, that is... I think cocky might even be the word from Forrester. They kill END.HeavyGoD. And I don't think out across smokes were down. So I don't think they had confirmation where other players were. And he just pushes huts, sees nobody go straight up the ladder. That is a cocky move. And he makes it stick. And that is got to be demoralizing for Endpoint. Forrester's discovering new angles on the top of lobby roof. Because he's taking duels nobody ever has before.
Outside, Nickel back, collects END.HeavyGoD. END.HeavyGoD has not had a good time trying to get through Squeaky. He has been bulldozed round after round after round after round. Deco is begging this Dig to try it. Mighty Max with the bomb. Don't think you want to do that. Don't think you want to face. Gonna guess this is gonna be wall smokes outside, and that's kind of what they got. No one's down secret, so there's a chance, but they got to get through this first gap. Molotov's gonna slow them up.
There might be a bad smoke. The one closer to red. See if Deco's got an angle. No. Our mini-map is just a little bit off. It's okay. They can cross, but it's actually a fake. Bomb is skulking its way towards ramp, and I guess the smokes have pulled ramp players down.
Wait around a little too long, faster though, and now the ramp players are focusing back up. This might be a situation of, again, Endpoint just missing their window by just a little bit of a margin. That's the margin that matters. That's a margin definitely matters if Travis hits that.
Is there a higher power mic that actually hates me? Why am I being forced to watch Endpoint play Nuke at the moment?
Too many centuries of English colonialism.
Is it?
Can't have all the wins. Yeah, it's got to be. This is the karmic rebalancing.
Not sure it's makes a lot of sense with the nations coming back from. But if it was, you know, an Indian team, I'd be right with you.
Yeah.
Even American, I might take it.
Yeah. I mean, the higher power right here is just Rachel's child hitting.
Yeah, no, he's actually the MVP of the series.
One win's gonna send him a jersey.
Can we get an MVP graphic of misplaced veto buttons?
If there's a one-win social media person watching this right now, please send a child-sized jersey.
That would be the best thing ever. Oh my lord!
Please do it.
Someone at least make the Photoshop.
Forrester is on the roof again. Why not? END.HeavyGoD will die as a result of that fact. Surreal is next to go. And it just doesn't really feel in most of these rounds like there's ever a chance for Endpoint. We're starting to get a little bit of finality to our casting here, but can you blame us, folks? Endpoints have been battered since the half switch. I think they've barely gotten kills, honestly.
No. I mean, I think Fezzo had 16 on CT, and MHO, I think, had 15, and HeavyGoD had 14.
HeavyGoD, I think, was 14 and 7.
I think combined, they've got about
1.
5 kills. If that.
They were the ones doing damage. So, yeah, it's rough. It's rough for Endpoint. Nuke is not a map you can figure out as you go.
No. And if the situation is as I expect, and they're limited, maximum a couple of scrims with Fezzer, if not none, CT, you kind of unleash him. Maybe Regin can help call around with how he plays, but on the T side, if he doesn't know the nades, if they don't have the options, well, I think that might be what we're seeing at the moment, where it just feels like we're not even getting into rounds because there's just a few too many gaps, we're getting picked apart, or the timings aren't quite there for when to make certain moves. It really has not looked compelling so far.
Now, we'll paint the silver lining here, folks, which is that we expected that to be the case. We expected them to have a really rough nuke because they shouldn't be playing it. Maybe we're going to get a little bit more excitement on Mirage, but it certainly puts them on the back foot in the series. Pressure in through mini. We haven't seen this yet. Oh, an opener. We definitely haven't seen that in a long time. And they're forced back. Second vent. He's overwhelmed. Here we go. A chance for Endpoint to do something here. Nickelback, though, evens up the numbers. You got Deco down the vent. Travis is going to need to try and draw focus away from him so that Nickelback can get up top. Or, sorry, Deco can get up top. He's doing it quiet, like. Sneaky beaky, and, well, everybody's dead, so now he certainly can move up. HeavyGoD, time to live up to your name, and he doesn't even have time to peek this defuse. Round's over. Map point found for 1 win.
What a flat afterplant. 3-on-3, and did they even fire a bullet? I don't know how 1 win gets so many good duels. I don't even know where the first kill came from. Did it come through main? On kind of the area out squeaky. I can't believe that round fell apart so fast. 1 win didn't even commit into the retake. They just got all the kills. They were just sort of waiting, getting ready to go, and then everyone just died. Bizarre round. And I guess it epitomises what has been a very flat T-side, and Nickelback is just absolutely putting salt in the wounds. Might get traded, but you can just see the confidence.
No, why not? Swing out. You feel better? Make yourself better. That's a big kill, though. That's a big scalp to take. Deco down. But pose some problems here. They are just holding, hoping that they get further advantages, letting Faster work some space outside, and he's worked his way all the way through in a mini. This is really spicy. No one's watching. No one's watching for this.
Not like this.
Forrester.
Please, no.
Forrester. What was
Not
that?
like this.
What was that, Forrester? You're not supposed to be able to do that. He was dead to rights. He's looking the wrong way. He turns on a dime. All right, still a chance here. Uvich has to be the man, but he's looking good for it. Travis is out ahead of the Molotov. It's all onto MHL, and it's not going down.
Oh.
Forrester's flicks seal the deal. Golly, gosh, that was a hot way down the map.
I think I'm going grey.
I'm pulling my
That's
hair
my
out
only
watching.
reaction. I mean, that was a flawless CT half as well, right? I think.
Yep, they did not drop around.
From 1 win. I mean, it was the expectation. Endpoint did play some good CS at the end of that CT half, and it's just a little bit disappointing in that sense that we never